Is this a personal fight against Xenos? It is! Finally, we can deal with him once and for all. Oh, it's a blade of passion. Space. Brighter, your power swells.
Hold nothing back. Push yourself to your limit and me to mine.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Is this truly the best Heidelland's chosen can master?
Jeez, I don't remember having that much energy pumping through here.
Show me your vaunted fortitude. Soon you will know the full extent of my power. Mine for the taking. Mine for the taking.
Ow. Okay, I see what we gotta do. I'm not with this chaos again.
A test of your reflexes.
No!
A test of your reflexes.
Oh, just stay far away from you. How about that?
Mine for the taking.
Woo! Woo! Uh-oh. Okay, we're safe.
A test
Oh,
of your
okay.
reflexes. your reflexes. Mine for the taking.
Ah!
Mine for the taking.
It ends here. Yeah.
Ah, my soul. How it burns.
What? Round 2.
I know you feel it too. The inferno swelling within you. Come! Let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor! I have you! Ah! Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent.
Unlimited. Oh, the unlimited part is gone.
Yes, yes! Rise once more! It mustn't end yet!
I'm even more powerful than ever before. Is it supposed to be doing that?
A test of your reflexes!
How are we gonna do it?
I have you!
No,
A test of your reflexes!
Woo! And they say monk is horrible. Why is it so much fun when you're really using it?
A test of your reflexes! I have you! Mine for the taking!
I'm just glad. For once, I'm just glad they didn't give him a redemption arc or anything and be like, oh, we're just pretend we like everything he did was.
A test of your reflexes!
And we were really actually trying to kill him this time.
I have you! A test of your reflexes!
What?
Ah! No, not yet. Not until the last of me is spent. shall fall! This is my moment! Our moment!
No! Oh my god! This is starting to feel like the when Ron fought the warlords, the alien warlords. Jeez. I wonder if that scene's different depending on if you're using a weapon or something. Because I use my fist. No way. How the heck? How? Oh, thank God.
That I should lose again. How disappointing. Never have I understood those around me. Understood their obsessions. Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities. But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark, blinding, brilliant. Gone too soon. What of you, my mirror, born into this world?
I wasn't born in this world.
Bid to seek out strife and adventure. Was this life a gift or a burden? Did you find fulfillment?
It's my turn, but I honestly thought that we would, the way the story was going, I thought we would actually like deal with Xenos in a patch, but doing it like that was just beautiful.
Can you hear?
That was the most beautiful the way to deal with that. Is deal to him, deal with Xenos. That was the most. You couldn't do it any other way.
Please.
Someone, and
Please.
you can't leave us. Not like this. If you do, I'll never forgive you. So come on. Open your eyes and get up.
Are you with us?
I'm certainly not dead.
Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought... After what you've done, you're the last person to be asking that. You... How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
A fine show indeed.
What
What were you thinking? Fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
We tended to thy wounds as best we could. But how is the pain? That is gladdening. Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening! There's nothing gladdening about this.
Are you kidding? We saved the world. We killed
When Meteor
Xenos
appeared
finally.
in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came. And when you finally deigned to appear, you're within an ilm of your life. Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Oh, those were cries of celebration!
No, they're not.
Well, the important thing is that you're all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way. As for your earlier request, I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us announce our return at once. I hope you're ready.
You mean return? Uh-uh. We're going on a little trip.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see. Can you stand?
Oh, we're already
So
back.
You may wish to see what's outside.
Oh, come on. We already got back? I wanted to make a few trips.
We're home, my friend. We're home.
Everyone's alive. Just like we promised. Now turn this thing around. We're going to Earth. I got a few friends, that I've missed for a long time. Well, I can say this much. My concerns of if Endwalker could be higher than Shadowbringers are all laid to rest, because Endwalker surpasses it 100%. It literally took the bar and raised it higher than anything ever. I don't think there is any way to make it. I don't think they could ever raise it even higher than this. They've completely destroyed the bar at this point. It's like...
That?
we could actually get to see it up close. We didn't get a chance to really look at it.
The Ragnarok! They're back!
Thank heavens.
Truly.
They've done it! Welcome home. Yes!
Omega, we saw your people! We saw your people!
Welcome home, everyone!
She did say she would be the first to welcome us back. Oh my goodness. What a story. And it's crazy too because it's a story that's been going since 1.0 that just had to abruptly stop because they had to redo the whole game from the engine and stuff from the ground up. And oh, but yeah, it's finally over. We actually did it. We actually... Now, as usual, we let the credits roll and then... We let the credits roll and then... I guess we see where it all leads up to, like, afterwards. I still can't even. Like, there's no... The bar is way too high now. Breed and pretty under. Good enough. Oh. Are we safe to hear this song? I mean, I've never had a problem when it came to like I said, I've never had real problems with copyright when it came to like Final Fantasy XIV music. There are like one or two where it's just they're like you can't monetize this now because of the songs like the Final Fantasy one, older Final Fantasy songs they put in here, but other than that. I just have no words. Oh. I mean, that's not my. I've said all I can about this. It's just. I'm sorry to say. I mean, if you guys are expecting me to talk for you about this, it's like there's nothing else to really say. I mean, it was flawless. Uh, we're in Stormblood stuff now. What? I get to finally go back on YouTube and look at videos and stuff. Yeah, happy. I'm watching, I'm looking at videos of, like, Zelda creeping on Bunny Boys. Like, what the? That's great. I've noticed a lot of videos complaining about, like, queue times, and it's like, there's nothing we can do about it because of the shortage on, like, microprocessors and other computer parts for the servers. Which has been talked about several times. People know that this information is already out there, and they've already, like, Yoshi P and the dev team have already explained this so many times, and yet people just think it's something that they're being lazy and stuff and aren't doing it. It's nothing you can do until they get the parts. You can't build something unless you have the pieces of it first to do it, and it's like, I noticed it a lot, and it's like I tell people, it's like, you want to get in, get up early. For me, every time I've logged on, it was around 7, like between 7 and 9 in the morning, and the queue times were nothing. I got in instantly, pretty much. Later on, and that's just Eastern Standard Time. Around 3 and 4, it rises up to about 1,000. And then late at night, around like 7, pretty much 7 and later on, it's over 4,000. You want to get in, if you're on Eastern Standard Time at least, get in between 6 and noon. And I know that people have to work and stuff, but it's like, it's the only way. It's like, you have to understand that you're not the only one that's trying to get in also. It's like, But yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see what's going on and try to order some food. Wait, are we allowed to listen to this? And all Final Fantasy XIV players. Oh! I was too slow. Yeah, the last part of that's gonna be in that soda. Wait. Oh, well, never mind. I'm gonna have to get better pictures of that. But...
Dearest mother. Dearest father. This letter will be the very last that I write to you from the Rising Stones. As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days. At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself. A veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth.
Yeah, we're gonna take a bunch of...
And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
What? Oh. I guess it was one thing we talked about.
There you are, Alphino. Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there. At least, that is what the story will be.
Oh. Hey.
Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge. And we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
What?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super secret organization requires a super secret base of operations.
I was
To the
about
rest
to say.
of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
The Omnicraft.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
Hey, I'm on board with that.
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru.
I will sign
As
up
do
for
I,
that empire any day of the week.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
And it's for me, it's like, finally, I can try to get back home with that ship. Whoa. What's going on here? Oh, Ronald, might you have a moment to talk? With the Scions stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might... And after speaking with Kra, I've decided I will be assist to her in rebuilding the students of Baldessian. Not only am I indebted to Master Golf for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would have never set foot within the Crystal Tower. How differently my life might have been. I would have never met you, never became caretaker of the new tower, never became a Scion. Don't forget Exarch. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. For an added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps. Mysteries that can prove ideal for fulfilling our promise. To embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. Whenever you have the time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you into the unknown. Do you recall in the realm of the Omnicrons when I asked you that if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your epic? Well, 'tis true that to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. It needn't be some grand endeavor. There needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you And I hope that you will do the same for me. Without a second thought. I'll hold you to that. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows, perhaps we will even encounter survivors of the Omnicrons somewhere out there. After all, given how you took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some found themselves far from home. Should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with that partner find new purpose, a new dream. For if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omnicrons? Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word. And should a commission of interest come my way, you will be the first to know. Yay. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't at present planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I am averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I've been meaning to ask you, something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final days subsided. During our travels, I have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles, more that can be easily recalled or remembered. Nestled amongst those memories are certain essential facts, the history of Idris and the ancients, glimpses of the air, of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in former records for writers' consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is, given shape and interpretation when we seek to capture it with our words, it is vulnerably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well edited the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistics. Shortcomings, falling one upon the other, till the end result is unrecognizable from its origin, which is why I feel that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. But what say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them for posterity? Let them be read and remembered. Tell them your stories. Tell them everything. And don't leave not a word out of it. I shall endeavor to pen what I can of Hera and the ancients, and of so many other wonders. I am no scribe. It will be less of polished work and more of a reordering of scattered notes. They'll figure it out. And in any case, I feel much better for having saw your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown, struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. Because that's all. That was Gideon. Just stand there and brood. You can just stand there and brood, don't you? It's gonna take that picture. If you have something to say, then out with it. Just worried how you'll earn your keep now. How I'll earn my keep now. Just worried how... I know how I'll earn my keep. You talk as if the Scions... This situation was more than mere pretense. There will be fewer calls to action, but we should be compensated as before. Why are you so concerned for me anyway? In any case, I do not want for opinions, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Emmerich hear about our disbandment than he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imprian district. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. What does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment and have. Some days ago, a Hannish envoy arrived with word from Vitra. The worm requests my presence as soon as things have settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons like as not. In Thavnair, like elsewhere, the phenomenon caused by the Fight of Days abated when you defeated Matron. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Charlian, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Charlian if they wish to work and study. Vitra was always a satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in name as well. One who has the complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago, I would have assumed his benevolence had ulterior motives, but 'tis clear he cares for his people, and they in turn revere him. To know such a notion may flourish, comforting. Vitra's kin sought release from conflict. So weary were they of the suffering it wrought. They surrendered to oblivion, but Mitsugomar didn't give up. In hopes he made the journey to distant Aetherius with his clutch of eggs, and though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men. There were times when they translated hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy and their triumph. In my lance, I feel the weight of their struggles and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. Like great. Ah, our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you for that matter. On the mend, I trust. Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way, and here are magics or no. I'm impressed of how swiftly you recovered. Then again, 'tis hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you have accomplished. Patron defeated, her song of oblivion shut short, the source and all her reflections delivered for the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now Rain has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Oriander as aimless wandering. We've a purpose in our roaming. After all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of scions on the world stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems that go untended by nations. We will do our best to help out where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I am faring well and leave it at that. That would be better. No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, and when I think of home, it's the rising stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this base, hence to return when our work was done? On the day the Scions came together, I only hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Ronald. I have a question for you, and imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? Oh God. Best decision I've ever made. I can honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration and reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running, and you'll likely get a certain funny-talking fortune teller into the bargain. I really hope that down the line for the patches that we do get personal adventures with each and every one of them. Well, we kind of got Crow already, but I mean, like we get a real actual storyline where it's just us and one of the 8. Because we need some personal adventures with each one of them. They deserve it. Oh, Ronald, how are you faring? Are lingering aches... Any lingering aches and pain? I can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you in Ultima Thal. When he came to me in Charlene, I was totally torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in a cause. And so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word and you defeated him, despite your earlier extortions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. It worked out. You did the right thing. I would have had to fight him sooner or later, but at least it's over now. It is a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the forum without my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell on you and the others. I must and will do better. What are you talking about? You did... What? You forget, Eureka? I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Baldessian. Through our work, Charlian will strengthen its ties. Charlian will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats are in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone. Thankfully, I have the starchiest of help. And Raha and Ojika and our other remaining members. Together we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, you might be willing to assist us, not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel a lure for the task itself. I think I just said I'll be ready. Marvelous. Did something of interest arise? I shouldn't hesitate to reach out for you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. This finale is crazy. Oh, Ronald, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as Father's been, pending the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made him worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I abide. A little effort to set their minds at ease, while we continue to be away from Charlian. Both Alice and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see, though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation. We cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of the Isabar contingent stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helmed the relief effort with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the Tupper across the lands. Please, you misunderstand. We do not seek redemption for failing Lucina, and our sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Today we go because the truth in Lord Quintus's words. The truth that whatever ideas individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the falling empire would be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, the greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them to begin anew. By all means, full glad I would be for your visit. I believe I speak for Alice as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing, and will continue to do so. Yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look at you in good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and dear friend both. Thank you, Ronald, from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, I got food. I got food, guys! Got that hamburger I wanted so badly. But I'm gonna finish this before I start eating. Ronald! See to your preparations, have you? Well, I am gonna... one to fry. It's just making a... I'm just making another sweep of my golongus. Wouldn't do to find I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. Oh, and in case you haven't heard, we received new reports detailing devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the land surrounding the bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, in Garlemald, and the frozen lands beyond. We also have reports of the heavens catching fire in an isolated location, one in which was the area in the northern empty. Had our quest taken longer, Shanrin too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still roam about, but these localized crises should be well within the capacities of each nation to handle on their own. The Scions are no longer needed. This isn't to say that we won't help out when we can, where we can, of course. As individuals, no more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphinaud. They were among the worst affected, and still need all the help they can get. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need, coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier though, that I'll curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back finally to one of your many moments of triumph, and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. Wait, what? What? When was that? Did you hear about me? I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere trying my very best. You can keep up with me? I look forward to hearing all about the legendary Alice Levier. Not that I'm trying to become famous or anything. That being said, the next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved. So don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. If only you knew we already marvel at you. We're already marveling at you, I would say. Yeah. Ronald, thou hast spoken with our comrades. Though this parting may not be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless a occasion for sorrow. Akin to a pixie's path, the navigation of such farewells is a perilous endeavor indeed. For their parts, however, the Lalafell embark upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for the creatures of Etheris. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the Forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. That ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn of the other, a process without promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a crowd of Latras have gratefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Oh. Heidelin, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love of all things born of this star. And 'tis Benat's own nature, I believe, which thought manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, that their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. Yes. Acquaintance? I call it friendship. You are the first to truly understand that. I call it friendship. I did not wish to presume. I would be honored should they consider me a friend. For it is certainly true that I have grown fond of their company. But I shall But I shall digress no further. The day should belong to the scions of the seventh dawn, the mind incomparable companions. Oft times have mine retractions caused the grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. Here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus, instead, I do offer my humble support, be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if I must needs wander across stormy seas, never shall I answer thy summons. And now we speak to the greatest person of all. Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking to send everyone off. Go. With your permission, then? Your attention, please! At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys till next we meet. Be well. At that, wind up heroes. Come on, you know who this hero is. Argo's horn. Footfalls. Low. There it is. And with that, we are done. Den Walker. What a ride, everybody. What a ride. What a freaking emotional, sensical, chaotic roller coaster.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
Yeah.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Charlian before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Rads at Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways. Each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Oh, I'll be going beyond that, I'm afraid.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge his plans.
Yeah.
Quite right.
Indeed.
Fair point.
Guys keep thinking I'm playing around.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
I told you, I'm going home. I'm going home to Earth, where I came from, before Heidelin zapped me here with that ship. Oh. Okay, maybe I'll stay a little longer. Yeah. Someone named Kim that I have to tell my entire story to. My adventures. Yet stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end. Oh. It isn't as... It is, it's helpless. I had a feeling! I knew it!
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal.
I knew it. Aha, Brea.
And yet, something stirs.
I knew it. I knew it.
Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night, the beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as he foretold.
Oh, is that Elizabeth?
We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium. Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew Pandemonium would be in the in Elpis. It's not in the present timeline. It's in the past. You have completed the main scenario quests and Walker. Quests to unlock new content have now become available in Oceanian. Additionally, you may now enter the dead ends with a party of NGT avatars. Rest well, champion of Aerithus, for many and more adventures await you. So now we're calling it Aerithus. We're not calling it just Source or Hydaelyn. That's a spoiler if you call it that name, though. That's the chorus. Might ring all the... That its chorus might ring all around. Woo! What a story. That. Oh wait, that's the book, isn't it? Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, that's what that is. Oh, what a rush! What a ride! What a frickin' story! I haven't done. But now it's time to go home. It's time to go home. Where's that ship at, by the way? I need to prepare for that. Come on. Oh, finally. I'm taking a day from this, though. I gotta take a day from this. Yeah. We did it. We did it. We actually did it. We did it. Ether currents are complete, by the way. But yeah, we did it. Alright, that's it. I'm taking a day or two from this. Okay? I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna finally calm down after eternity. And then... yeah. And then Friday, we'll come back to this because I'm gonna do some crafting, gathering, unlocking stuff, just all kinds of things. But I'm just doing a day from this because I've been going at it non-stop since release, like early access even. Oh. So yeah. Till next time, everyone. Good night.